Down here at the bottom, I'm going to grab this button. I'm going to pull it down and I'm going to give a very specific call to action. All right, so let me delete that. Okay. And this call to action is unique at work directly with me. Okay. So, or work directly with my team. If you've got a team, you're going to put team here. If it's just you, you're going to leave it for you right here. And this is your team section where somebody can build trust, confidence in you personally to do that. Now, I want to go over this. You never want to start with a picture of yourself and a form that's about you, right? I learned this wrong about 3 years ago. I really, really, really learned this wrong a few years ago. Um, a hero section is meant for the person to be the hero on their end. They want to see themselves in the beginning. What's in it for me? How is this about me? What benefit am I going to get? What problem is this going to solve? What solution? What pain is it taking away? What pleasure is it giving me? Right? So they really want to go through this um, very, very specifically. And then now that we're down past this team section, the next thing that we're going to do that is always amazing for SEO, it's always going to be amazing, right? Every SEO really demands it, and um, search engines really demand it as well, is creating a FAQ section, right? You really cannot get past this without having an FAQ section. The rule of thumb is the more questions, the better. The more questions you build on here, the better the SEO can get because it knows exactly what questions people are searching and it knows exactly what solution or answer that you uniquely give them that nobody else is giving them. So really, really spend time here, maxing out as many FAQs as you can. And then obviously the call to action after that is what main action they need to take next, right? So you're always solving for now that they know all this, what should they do next, right? You're always going to be solving for this thing is what do they do next after all of this? Okay. And if you've ever wrote an essay or a book, the way that they explain to you that book writing works is the introduction should tell you what the whole book's about. The book should be the details on what's happening in the book. The exit, the outro of the book should go, in this book, I told you it was going to be about this, and it was about this, and now you've just finished reading a book about all of this. Okay, so the same thing works for the website. Is you're really going to come in here and you're going to build a section that goes through everything. You're recapping the entire website in one little small section, right? You're just recapping, giving them one final reason, one final chance to come in here and choose you. Okay. So for me on this one, I use a little bit of a different welcome section. So I go to pre-built, so I don't have to build it by scratch. I come here and I use this one because it also has bullet points inside of the section. Okay, so step one, this is my final recap, end of site section. Okay. And once again, I don't need this introduction right here. So I can get rid of it completely, remove that from the beginning. And then what I'm really focused on is my final recap of the entire website. Sense of urgency, why they must take action today. Okay. And this one is really where it gets a little ugly in life insurance, right? Because the final reason they must call you today to solve this funeral and burial problem, or the reason they must call you today to solve the mortgage protection problem, or the reason today they should call you for income protection, or the reason they should call you to get an IUL, or the reason they should call you to get whole life or infinite banking or premium financing or annuities, right? But there's an exact reason why it must be today and it cannot be tomorrow. And it's always, you don't know what happens tonight. Nobody knows what tomorrow looks like. You're gonna get older. Your health is not going to, in general, your health is not going to improve, and there's no control over if the market goes good or bad, right? So the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago. The next best time is right now. And you've really got to draw that in. And then the real thing that they're going to get is going over the problem that you're solved and the solution that they're going to get, right? So they're going to get these real solutions if they do it right now. And you just go through all five of these that you just spent all this time writing out. Number one, number two, number three, number four, number five. You just spent the time building all that out. And all you're going to do is summarize this whole thing again, right? So you're going to include this as pain and problems that will continue if you don't take actions now, right? So you're really, really pointing out here's the exact pain that is guaranteed to continue if you don't take the action right now. And then this is the solution, but it's the solution in the form of the benefits that they're going to get. And it's the exact same benefits that you already put above. And I do one extra thing above this. So this is a headline. I grab a subheadline and pull it back up. And one more time, I've got to include another round of social proof. Okay. It is literally the same social proof that I started at the very, very beginning of this website. Okay. This social proof right here, social proof number one, is verbatim the exact, you can copy it and bring it down, is verbatim the same exact social proof that they're going to get down here. Verbatim, nothing different about it at all. Okay. So they're going to get literally the same exact social proof. Okay. But this time you're really doing a sense of urgency, main action to take. All right. And we know it's always on this particular website, it's always call me. Somewhere else, it might be always book an appointment. Somewhere else, it might always be fill out a form, take a survey. Like whatever your call to action is that's up to you to decide. But I think call me is the number one because you cannot get better than somebody's on the phone with you. Like it's impossible to have a better outcome than they're on the phone with you. Anything below that, you're losing a little bit of you know, your closing. So to me, it's always main action to take is call me. And I know that works for me and my team because if they call me, it goes to my voice AI. And then if my voice AI determines that it's a real person with a real need, it forwards them over to me after it's captured enough data to know that it's a real phone call worthy of my time. If it's a scam, like it filters out scam callers and I never listen to it. And worst case scenario, it gives them, it calls me directly, forwards the number to me directly, and then it goes to my voicemail, which I've taken the time to write a 90-second thorough MP3 voicemail that tells them I'm with a customer, but I know you called me and I'm gonna call you right back. And then now I call them back, which is the next best thing is to get them